Now to a story you'll see only here on CBS 4. 2 months after we first told you about an alleged neglect case at the Almost Like Home assisted living facility in Arvada, we're learning the state health department is investigating more allegations of neglect and abuse there.
CBS 4 investigator Katie Weiss talked with the family at the center of the most recent case. We do want to warn you, some of the images in her reporting are hard to see.
My mom didn't need to go through this.
In late November, this Almost Like Home resident was rushed to the hospital after the assisted living center staff said she fell from a 2-foot bed.
And when we saw her, we were pretty shocked at her appearance. We just believe it was probably greater than a 2-foot fall from all the damage she has.
That's Melissa speaking about her mother, Judith. The family asked us not to use last names. Melissa says there was even a fall mat on the floor next to the bed, so she's not sure how a fall could have caused such significant injuries.
It just really isn't making sense to us.
Judith lived at Almost Like Home for a little over a year due to a condition called frontal lobe aphasia.
So my mom still understands 100% what was going on, what happened. She just has no way to communicate it to us.
Melissa says when her mom got to the hospital, older bruises were also found on her body. The injuries so concerning, a hospital nurse called police.
And she was seriously shocked at the appearance of my mom. She actually called the Arvada police herself to discuss the case because she didn't think it looked right.
After 3 days in the hospital, Judith came to a new assisted living center called Jack's Point.
I love you.
Where Melissa says her mom is doing much better.
She was down to 92.2 pounds at Almost Like Home, and she is now back up to 115 pounds. We had put her on hospice 2 weeks before this accident because of weight loss, and she's doing so well, there's a great chance we can take her back off of hospice.
This incident comes just 2 months after the family of another former resident claims the facility's neglect caused their mom's premature death.
She had no medical issues other than the dementia prior to this, nothing.
The state health department says it's still investigating both incidents. Almost Like Home has not commented on either case. Meanwhile, Almost Like Home is one of more than 470 assisted living centers caring for older people in the Denver metro area. While state records show it had 3 citations in 2020, some other facilities like it had far more, one with 16 citations in 2020.
It makes me feel terrible to know other people are going through the same thing, because this should not be happening. We should be able to trust these homes.
Arvada Police tells me it has since closed the case. When I asked why the investigation was closed, I was referred to the police report on the incident. I have requested and paid for a copy of that police report, but I've not yet received it. In Arvada, I'm Katie Weiss, covering Colorado First.